Hey y'all, it's Cheryl and Daisy is here to say hi. I'm sorry I didn't get a video made last week. I am planning to, from this point forward, do a video every week. So what I wanted to do today is kind of go over what my pre-op plan looks like, and also the things that I have purchased to get me through my pre-op and the first few weeks after surgery. So my surgery is August the 18th is when it is scheduled. I will start my pre-op diet August the 4th. I am required to do a 14-day pre-op diet through my surgeon's office, and that is all liquids. So I have the printout here of what it consists of. Liquids that are allowed is water or smart water, broth or bone broth, sugar-free Jello, sugar-free popsicles, Powerade Zero or Gatorade Zero, Propel Crystal Light, decaffeinated unsweetened tea or coffee, Splenda or sugar-free substitute, Mio Fit Drops with electrolytes, Vitamin Zero, Protein O2 or clear protein. I'm also allowed to have the following full liquids: low-fat or skim Fairlife milk. They prefer Fairlife. Unsweetened soy, almond, or coconut milk. Low-fat strained cream soup thinned with skim low-fat milk or water. And then, of course, the protein shakes. My surgeon's office recommends the Premier Protein, so that is what I have chosen to go with. I know that a lot of you, I've heard you talk about your pre-op diet, and you can have some vegetables or some protein in a solid form. My surgeon's office does not allow this. Also not allowed is the G2. Any fruit juices, any carbonated beverages. I can't have any tomato juice or V8 juice, coconut water. I also cannot have oatmeal, tomato soup, whole milk, pudding, or yogurt, or applesauce. I was told that we were allowed applesauce only in the event that we needed it to help take some medication. Just a spoonful of applesauce, and that is it. No ice cream or fruit smoothies. So this is a copy of my pre-op diet. I was not able to get a color copy, but I will try to put it up there if you want to screenshot. This is the pre-op diet that I was given. So it is 14 days, like I said. I've already purchased some items, and I'm going to go over those with you. Of course, I have my water. I always drink a lot of water anyway. I recently started tracking my water better. I kind of always try to track my water, but I've gotten better about that since the nutritionist at my surgeon's office said to. So I don't always drink out of the disposable bottles. This is just what I have on hand to show you, to mention that I have water. So I do have to get a minimum of 64 ounces of water in addition to my protein while I'm on my pre-op. So I also have purchased some Gatorade Zero. I prefer Gatorade over Propel. I just like the taste of it better. So I got this color, and then I also got a purple color that I don't remember what the name of it is, but I purchased like a 12-pack of each of those. I have the Premier Protein. This is 11 ounces. It's 30 grams of protein, 160 calories, 1 gram of sugar. In this container, I purchased the vanilla, chocolate, caramel, and strawberry. The strawberry is my favorite by itself, but I also like to mix it with my coffee in the mornings, and so I use the vanilla, the chocolate, or the caramel. I kind of mix it up a little bit and have a variety there that I mix with my coffee in the mornings. While I cannot have any caffeine, I have switched over to decaf coffee. This is the one that I got. I found this at Walmart. It's the Green Mountain Hazelnut, and it's a decaf. These are K-Cups because that's what I use. I've really had a hard time getting off of caffeine, I'll be honest. I started about a month ago, and just now in the last week, I think I can tell that I'm doing okay. I don't have those daily headaches anymore, but it's been a struggle. I was a big coffee drinker. Soda, not so much. I would drink a soda occasionally, but coffee. I, for a long time, thought I couldn't live without it. So I have switched to decaf. I didn't want to try to quit decaf and quit sugar and all at the same time that I'm on my liquid diet. So I went ahead and started that a month ago. So that is the Premier Protein. One thing I will tell you about these, I checked prices on these a lot, and the cheapest place that I have found them is Sam's Club. Sam's Club is cheaper than Amazon. It's also cheaper than ordering them directly from Premier Protein. However, they only carry the chocolate and the vanilla in the store. They do carry cookies and cream, but I'm not a fan. So I have to order the caramel and the strawberry from samsclub.com. It's still cheaper than getting it from Amazon. So that's where I've got those from. Also, I have purchased the Smooth Move tea. I saw this recommended by a few different people with issues about constipation. Maybe not during the pre-op, but right after surgery. I've heard that there are some issues, so I purchased a box of that. I've got several of these sipping bone broths. This is the chicken flavor. There's also a chicken and rosemary, I think, or a lemon and thyme. So I purchased 2 or 3 of each flavor of these. The only thing that my surgeon's office said about these is that the one with the lemon in it would probably irritate your stomach after surgery, but before surgery it would be okay. So I've got several of those. I also bought a jar of this Better Than bouillon. This is a roasted chicken base, excuse me. So I'm going to use this to make my own broth with it. I'm not a fan of Crystal Light. I have PCOS, and for those of you that may or may not know, a doctor told me years ago that aspartame is really, really bad for someone with PCOS. It's basically poison. And so I went off of aspartame, and I've noticed a lot with the sugar-free options that you have, including the Crystal Light and some of the other items, that they do contain aspartame. So I'm trying very carefully to stay away from that. So I did pick this up, the True Lemon. I like the lemon and the lime flavors. I found those at Dollar Tree before, but this one I got at Walmart, and it's just the lemonade flavor. So I'm going to give that a try. Also, the sugar-free popsicles that I got, this is, it says sugar-free right here on the box. These are hard to find, I have found. I've got them at one Walmart. I went to a different Walmart. They didn't have any. I found them at Bilo, at Food Line. So it just depends. But when I do find them with the sugar-free label, I do find the regular ones quite often. But when I find the ones that are sugar-free, I try to buy 2 or 3 boxes at a time because they go pretty quickly. We've always enjoyed these around our house. My husband likes these as well. So this has already been a staple for me. The sugar-free Jell-O. The Jell-O brand has the aspartame in it, so I try to stay away from that, but the Snack Pack brand does not have the aspartame, so that is my choice. However, when I was at the store yesterday, I couldn't find any to bring that to show you, but I do have that on my list that I plan to purchase fairly soon. And then also I've got a journal. This was actually a gift to me from someone at my church. And so I had not started using it yet, so I plan to use this to track my, it's just clear lined pages. So I plan to use this to track my weight as well as my progress and how I'm feeling each day, what I'm eating, and my activity. Another few things I wanted to tell you about my pre-op diet coming up. One thing my surgeon's office told us is we have to stop taking NSAIDs, NSAIDs. So ibuprofen, I think, is the main one. We have to stop taking that 7 days prior to surgery. So I will stop that August the 11th, and supposedly I will never be able to take that again. So they said no herbal supplements also for 7 days prior to surgery. So melatonin, I don't take that every day, but once in a while I'll take some of it. And then so 60 to 120 grams of protein. So I will be doing 3 of these every day, which will give me 90 grams of protein. And then with the chicken broth or whatever, the little bit of protein that adds in, I'll get some of that. I've considered purchasing some of the unflavored protein powder. I think Gene Pro is a common brand, also Isopure, I think, but I have not made the decision of which one of those I want to go with yet. So 60 to 120 grams of protein per day, and then 48 to 64 ounces of fluid per day. And my surgeon's office does not allow us to blend, to use the blender while we're on the liquid stage. Something about it puts air in the food, and so they don't want us to use the blender. So our protein drinks can have no carbonation, no caffeine or sugar. We're allowed broth or bouillon. We are not allowed yogurt. We're also not allowed the fudge sugar-free popsicles. I know some people use those, but my surgeon's office does not allow that. Also, no sugar-free pudding, only the sugar-free Jell-O. One thing they cautioned us against was do not get the Panera soup and then just eat the broth out of it. They said there's nothing sugar-free about that. No applesauce unless we are constipated. We can mix a little bit of unsweetened applesauce with ground flaxseed. Now, speaking of constipation, I did purchase this Phillips Milk of Magnesia. This is what my doctor's office has recommended if we are constipated after surgery. Also, they said there is another step after this, but I can't remember what it was, but this is your first go-to. And then the Smooth Move tea, of course. So I've got a bottle of that just in case. Preparing for the hospital, my doctor's office said that we will have to do something called Clear Fast. This is a beverage that they'll provide me with at my pre-op appointment. Have to drink that the night before, and then an hour before my arrival at the hospital. My arrival will be 2.5 hours before my surgery. We are not allowed to wear any makeup, jewelry, or fingernail polish when we come in. I do have to bring my CPAP. Also, they said I will not have a catheter. My surgeon's office does not do that, and they did say that the first urine may be green or blue, which is normal since we do not have a catheter. From surgery on, not so much with the pre-op diet, but the first 2 weeks after, I'm still on the liquids, and then from that day forward, they said no straws or sports caps on water bottles, the sports caps that you squeeze and squirt it into your mouth, none of that. Then they said after surgery in the hospital, every hour and a half, we will need to walk for 10 minutes, which would equal about an hour a day. And then I will start my vitamins 3 days post-op. So, speaking of vitamins, I reached out to a couple of companies, requested some samples. Let's pull them over here so I can show you. So I got this sample pack from Berry Melts. I think it was $5. I can't remember if it was actually free and I just paid the shipping, or if it was $5 and then the shipping was free. I don't know. Anyway, it was about $5. So what I got from them was 5 packets, and I've already opened all of these. So I got 5 packets of different ones, and each packet had 2 samples in it, and I've already done 1 of each. So this is the calcium from Berry Melts, and it is natural berry flavor, fast dissolving tablets. So that was I gotta say, it's a little chalky. One of the things that I've heard about Berry Melts from some other YouTubers who were advertising for them or use them a lot was that Berry Melts was less chalky tasting. This calcium, maybe it's just because the tablet is so big, I found it to be very chalky tasting. The flavor wasn't bad. I liked the berry flavor, but the texture was a little off-putting to me. The B12 Plus in the natural cherry flavor, it is a tiny little pill, a very tiny pill. Let's see. That is the size of that. I don't know if you can see that. So So that's the B12 Plus. I've already tried one of each of these. They sent me an iron plus vitamin C and a multivitamin, and then also a biotin. So I'm a little nervous about samples of vitamins. I don't want to try a lot of them at one time and possibly overdose or do something, feel that really bad for the day. So I've just tried one per day, and I'm writing down my thoughts about it. So far I've tried all the berry melts. They're okay. They're not great, but they're okay. So I also reached out Celebrate. This company sent me a sample package. Theirs is kind of neat how they do it. This is their logo if you want to see that. They will charge you $9.95 for their sample box, but then with the sample box they send you a coupon for $9.95 off your first order, so making your samples free if you actually do ever order from them. And guys, listen, this sample box, I'm trying to show you this without pouring it all over my floor, but there is so much stuff in here. I'm telling you, this list that they sent along with it, so here is a card with a little check off list that they want you to kind of check off and say if you like them or not. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff in here. They have these little chewy, these are the chewy, I guess some of them are calcium, some of them are a multivitamin. They're kind of like Starburst, but they're a little bit softer than a Starburst. So yeah, so far I've tried the caramel calcium of this, and it was really good. I really liked it. I'm not gonna say that it tasted exactly like a piece of candy. You could kind of tell the gritty in it from the medicine, but it was much better than the calcium that I tried from the berry melts. So far I've only tried 3 of these samples. I do not like the mango. That's just my personal preference. I don't care for mango flavored. But the multivitamin that was in the watermelon, the chewable tablet, it was a pretty good flavor. And then, like I said, the caramel flavored calcium was good. I thought this was kind of neat. I've never seen this before, but they have an essential multi 3-in-1. So this is a multivitamin, calcium, and fiber, and this is powder, and that you mix with water. So I thought that was interesting. I've never seen that before. I'm gonna try that. And then they also sent a multi 4-in-1, and so this is a shake and it's chocolate, so you would mix this with water as well, and that's your multivitamin. So I like both of those options. I'm gonna try those soon, and I'll let you know next week what I think. They also sent me a high protein meal replacement in the caramel latte. I'm excited about that because I love all things coffee, latte included. And then here is my coupon for $9.95 for my first order. I will order something from them. I just have not decided what yet. For my multivitamins, I did decide to just go with the Bariatric Advantage. That is what my surgeon's office recommends. So I've already ordered that, but it has not come in yet. At least for the very beginning, I'm gonna go with that. Just because I'm a little overwhelmed by all the vitamin choices and making sure that it's got everything I need in it. So yeah, it's a little confusing and overwhelming. So I just decided, at least here in the beginning, until I get comfortable with everything, I'm just gonna go with the Bariatric Advantage. I only ordered 1 bottle of the multivitamin from them, the one that my surgeon recommends. It's the EA. So I ordered that, and we'll see how it goes. I did purchase this at Walmart the other day. It's a hair, skin, and nails supplement. I have already started taking this. I know that I've heard people say biotin or collagen both. I think biotin is supposed to be really good for your hair and prevent hair loss from being worse than it could be. I know there's no way to prevent it altogether, but if there's any way at all that I can minimize it, I'll be happy about that. And then collagen, I've also heard that is really good for your skin to help minimize the loose skin. Again, I'm very realistic. I know that I'm going to have loose skin. I know there's no way to avoid it. But if I can minimize it at all or keep it at least a little bit firm, that would be great and make it not any worse than it has to be. So speaking of skin, I got these that had the collagen support in them. I also purchased a body lotion. This is Skin Firming Hydration. I'm gonna use this after I get out of the shower. I'm gonna try dry brushing. I have not purchased my brush yet, but I'm looking around for a good one. So I've heard that dry brushing can be really good, as well as a skin firming hydration cream or lotion. So I purchased this. I'm gonna try that along with the supplements that have the collagen in them, and then also try to incorporate some free weight type exercises and see if my skin will stay firm. Like I said, I know I'm gonna have loose skin. It's unavoidable. I've been overweight for 20 years. But if I can make it less than it has to be, that would be great. So a couple other things that I have purchased. We were told there's something called Hibiclens that you can purchase to use, or my surgeon's office said if you can't find the Hibiclens, that just gold dial, the antibacterial dial, but it has to be the gold. So I have to use this the night before my surgery, and then also the morning of my surgery instead of the Hibiclens. So that was a little odd. I know the last time that I went in for a surgical procedure when I had my tubal ligation, they gave me something, I guess it was Hibiclens, I don't know, something to use in the shower the night before, but they didn't give me anything this time. They just said purchase this. So I found that, so I went ahead and got it. Also, I saw several YouTubers have recommended getting one of these small measuring cups. I like this one. I found it at Walmart because it has milliliters as well as tablespoons and teaspoons and ounces. It goes up to 5 ounces. So, and I really like the glass measuring cups. My other measuring cups that I use in my kitchen are also glass, of course the bigger ones. So I think this is gonna come in really handy. I have purchased a whole bag of these little 2-ounce containers with lids. I found these at Walmart. I'm looking for the 1-ounce ones as well. I haven't seen them, so I'll probably just get those off Amazon, but I think these are really gonna come in handy. And then lastly, for the items that I purchased that I wanted to show you, someone had mentioned that Vapor Rub is really good for nausea. So I'm told that if you are vomiting after you've had weight loss surgery, it can be a little traumatic. So if you can avoid vomiting at all, that would be great. So I purchased the Vapor Rub. I actually had a sinus cold last week, so I was wanting some of this anyway. But I purchased this because I've been told that just smelling it sometimes helps with the nausea feeling. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't know. What else did I want to tell you today? So I'm getting ready for my pre-op diet. I purchased those supplies. A few things to go to the hospital. I've already purchased my pajamas. I still need to get a robe and a few other things for the hospital. But yeah, I'm getting ready and I'm excited. I'm getting a little nervous, but I'm excited. Let me just look at my notes here and see if there was anything else that I forgot to mention to you. Okay, so they told me that you cannot take a calcium and a multivitamin together. They have to be at least 2 hours apart, which I knew that because you guys have talked about that before on your YouTube channels. Also for vitamins, no gummies. And Metamucil, that was the product that I couldn't think of earlier when I was talking about the milk of magnesia. My doctor's office said, do not take Metamucil, take this instead. And then they said, if you need some fiber, to take Benefiber, which I have not purchased yet, but I will. Okay, that's it from my notes that I had about the pre-op class that I took, about the pre-op diet, everything. I know that it's not going to be easy for those 2 weeks. I've heard several of you talk about only having a 3-day liquids only, which I'm a little jealous because I have to do it for 2 weeks. Right now, my weight on the scale yesterday showed up at 226, which is actually down 11 pounds from the beginning of my journey in April. So that's pretty good because the nutritionist there put me on a 1,200 calorie diet. But so I'm 5'2". So the BMI of 237 had me at, the weight of 237 pounds had me at a BMI of 43. I'm a little nervous about my BMI dropping too low before I go in for surgery. I don't know if that's going to affect my insurance approval or not. I've been told no, that they go off of your original starting weight, which was 237. But I've done the math, and I know that if I go below 220, that makes my BMI below 40. So I'm trying to be careful about that, and I know that I'm probably going to lose some weight during my 2-week liquid. So I'm trying not to lose any more from right now. So 226 I'm fairly happy with, and then even if I lost 6 pounds during the pre-op liquids, that would still put my BMI at 40. So I'm okay with that. And even if I have a food funeral or two between now and August the 4th, that'll be okay too. So I think I'm 10 days away from starting my pre-op diet, which makes me 24 days away from surgery. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna get off here now because it's getting kind of long. Thank you all for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do. The channel name is Losing to Live. I think I have all of 12 subscribers now. Thank you so much. This is my 3rd video. I really just wanted to do this for my own documentation, but also to be supportive of the other guys out there in the weight loss community, the weight loss surgery community. You guys are all so great and so supportive. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.